Well, joining me live today for Minds and Money Connect here in London is Mark Jarvis, the CEO of Giga Metals. Thank you very much for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mark.
Yeah, you too, you too. So you've had a packed diary, plenty of people have been seeing you, plenty of people interested.
It's been very busy.
Excellent, okay. Well, give me the high-level overview of the company, what you're all about, the elevator pitch, if you like.
We've got an extremely large, low-grade, open-pittable deposit of sulfide nickel and cobalt in British Columbia that we've been working on for quite some time. And this is the type of deposit that's really coming into its own now. In the current market for nickel, driven by electric vehicles and so forth. So, when you've got a giant deposit and you're a tiny company, the question is, how the heck are you going to get this thing built? So the key to that is finding partners. So the first step of that was last September we announced a joint venture deal with Mitsubishi Corp. They've stepped in for a 15% interest in this project. And they're working with us to get our pre-feasibility study completed. We're now expecting that in about July.
Yeah. I think this is fascinating. I talk to mining companies all the time, and I've been hearing about manufacturers wanting to partner directly with the mines who've done it. This is a good example of exactly that. So 15%, are they going to fund it through to PFS?
Yes. In fact, they already have funded it through to PFS.
So they obviously like very much what they're seeing, the potential here.
Yeah, we did a very conservative PEA.
Okay.
And so when they did their due diligence, and an exquisitely detailed due diligence, I can tell you that, they didn't find anything that we had done that was sort of, shall we say, phony. I mean, it was all reasonable assumptions. It was all very conservatively done. They liked that. They've got their own view about where the price of nickel is going. And so they were interested to get involved.
Indeed. Yeah. Well, they want to secure their supply chains, don't they? They want security of supply. The manufacturers are quite terrified of what's to come. Yep. What is their view on the nickel market then and where things are going?
They're pretty bullish.
I imagine so.
Because of electric vehicles.
Indeed.
I mean, and their model, Mitsubishi Corp, is to get involved at the project level and then help to get the mine built, but they don't want to operate the mine. They want to be a minority interest holder. They want as much of the offtake as they can get. But typically they end up around 20 or 25% of a project. And they've got 10 or 11 operating mines around the world right now.
Really?
That have been developed on that basis. They've got...
they will look to hold those percentages, will they, the 20 to 25%, or will they look to sort of divest that as to get the offtake coming out?
No, they want to own...
They want to
own a piece of the mine. Yeah, they want to be an owner. They get offtake naturally from their ownership position, but they also will ultimately be looking for more offtake than they thought. So.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you're currently funded through to the PFS. What comes after that? DFS, is that on the card at the moment?
Our next step is to fund the money that we need to get all the way to shovel ready. And on a large project like this, that's a lot of money. Yeah. So we estimate about $50 million.
50 million, okay.
To get from pre-feasibility to full feasibility, including doing the environmental assessment and therefore getting permits. So that's a lot of money. We're a tiny company, and again, I certainly don't want to do that by funding through equity dilution.
Sure.
We're interested in doing more of the same model that we did with Mitsubishi, where they buy a piece of the project.
Okay. What is your current market cap?
Our current market cap is about 27 million Canadian.
27 million Canadian.
It's what a terrible market.
Yeah, it's a tough market at the moment, and you've got to raise, well, double that effectively.
Yeah, and I'm not going to do it with equity.
Yeah.
So we're talking to, we've got quite a few non-disclosure agreements in effect.
Okay.
With mining companies, car companies, and battery companies.
Okay. Okay.
And they're all taking a serious look. I don't think anything's going to happen until the PFS gets published.
Sure.
But I think there's real interest there.
Okay.
We're in a market where the retail investor isn't there. Institutional investors are not there, at least not for us. And but the strategics are crawling all over everything. It's an interesting dynamic.
Indeed, the retail and the institutions will come back in droves when it's, but you know, they will miss that initial kind of boom, won't they? But they'll certainly come back. The sector is definitely due its time. Are you looking then? This is the Turn Again project, isn't it? So you're looking to partner with someone else as well as Mitsubishi for that project?
Yeah, we're talking to all these different strategics about coming in for another 20%.
Okay.
And we're looking for the money we need to go all the way to the investment decision.
And Mitsubishi would be happy with that, to share the kind of ownership percentage?
Absolutely. Yeah? And in fact, they're bringing people to us.
Okay, because they want it as much as... Sure. It's so interesting because, I mean, these guys have never done this before. I mean, you know, they've got to change their business model, like do all their due diligence. It's fascinating.
I don't think they've ever gotten involved at this early stage of the engineering.
Okay.
But they have gotten involved in projects before. Indeed. That's for sure.
So really, what you want to do at the company is get it. It is funded for PFS, but obviously you need to take it further than that. You need to raise the money, ideally through other partnerships. So I guess the challenges that you're facing is finding those partnerships and solidifying them, isn't it? And is that your main objective?
That's our main objective, and that's what we're doing mostly.
Okay. And what kind of timeline do you have in mind for?
Well, I would like to close the deal before the end of this year.
Okay. Okay, excellent. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for introducing the company to us, Mark Jarvis, CEO of Giga Metals, here at Minds and Money Connect in London, and I wish you all the best for the rest of the show today.
Well, thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stopboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.